Shortly after Donald Trump was elected president, analysts started scrutinizing the 20 projects he says he owns outside the United States. Many raised questions about a conflict of interest. To that, Donald Trump tweeted he would announce a plan to distance himself from his businesses. His organization sent a statement about that to VOA. In this look at the future president's business dealings, VOA's Carolyn Presutti explains some of the issues those enterprises pose.
Most Americans agree there's never been a president-elect like Donald Trump.
Nobody knows what I own. I have these guys. Maybe he's not worth $10 billion. I think he's only worth $7.
We do get a glimpse in these financial disclosure forms, all 104 pages of them. Presidential candidates are required to file these during campaigns, but a little-known gap in the law doesn't require the newly elected president to file an updated form until 2018. And without a tax return, which Donald Trump hasn't released, the information is general.
We just don't really have a good handle on what's out there.
Trump's interests extend from the Dominican Republic to India to Indonesia and beyond. Not a problem for a successful real estate mogul, but complicated for a president-elect. So says Ken Gross, who advises political clients on ethics.
In building these buildings, you may need permits or easements or permissions to build a bigger, better building. And now you're talking about an entanglement with the government.
Trump has pledged to keep clear of conflicts, but just how is unclear. Here's what the Trump Organization sent VOA. We are in the process of vetting various structures with the goal of the immediate transfer of management of the Trump Organization and its portfolio of businesses to Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric Trump, along with a team of highly skilled executives. This is a top priority at the organization, and the structure that is ultimately selected will comply with all applicable rules and regulations. Donald Trump tweeted that he and his children will reveal plans December 15th to get him completely out of his business operations. American University's James Thurber says that doesn't go far enough.
If I was the ethics czar, I would have a completely separated CEO and a board, a new board, without family members running the Trump properties and organizations throughout the world.
Trump's financial disclosures show an income from Azerbaijan of $2.8 million in the last 2 years. It's related to the Baku Hotel. It's this 33-floor skyscraper that has yet to open. Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka posted photos of her overseeing construction, but the hotel is owned by the son-in-law of Azerbaijan's transportation minister, in a country that Freedom House gives its lowest score for political rights, citing graft and corruption.
The leaders of Azerbaijan, by any measure, are fairly corrupt. And if you do business with corrupt nations and their leaders, sometimes you get involved with questionable things.
The Trump Organization also says it plans up to 30 hotels in China, while the organization's largest holding, in Manhattan, is partly financed by the government-owned Bank of China. Robert Daly leads the Kissinger Institute on China.
This is the one country that has the ability to take on the United States and overtake the United States as the predominant nation on earth.
Some analysts question whether it is Trump the businessman or President Trump who will negotiate trade with China. Scott Amy is with the Project on Government Oversight.
We have to ensure that any deals that are made, trade agreements, foreign policies, missions, anything that we decide to do internationally is above reproach.
How could I dislike China? They pay me a lot of money.
The U.S. Constitution mandates that no office holder can receive payments from a foreign government.
As such, the Emolument Clause clearly applies.
Maryland Senator Ben Cardin says Trump would violate that if he doesn't divest himself entirely of his holdings.
You'll never be able to totally convince the public that there wasn't special favors given to your business ventures.
It is the first time a businessman with such a vast real estate empire will call the White House home. While there may be challenges, some say President-elect Trump's business background will be good for the country.
Thank you very much.
Carolyn Presutti, VOA News, Washington.